Hi, it's Mitz from My Life Mitz. Thank you so much for being here today. As mentioned in the previous video, I wanted to work in my traveler's notebook and specifically the accordion insert. And I have been traveling around the world with friends through restaurants. And when I was looking at the dates, I saw that we actually started this in 2022. So it's been over a year where we've been visiting different restaurants. Initially we wanted to do it once a month, but because of our schedule, it's become a little bit more sporadic. But yeah, I'm just quickly doing a flip through, sharing with you what I have completed so far. And I just have this one spread left, the last 2 pages in the accordion insert, and I really wanted to work on it and just kind of finish it off. I've already purchased another accordion insert, and that one is kind of ready to go. I have to document 2 more restaurant trips, and then I should be caught up, hopefully. So I decided to work on our trip to Yokohama, Chinatown. We went there last January 2022, and yeah, I didn't document any of it. So here I'm just, I found like a photo that was kind of left behind. It's part of the Aloha table that we went to in Nakameguro, and so I decided to just washi tape that in, and yeah, I did that as a tip-in so that I don't lose it. But back to the journaling part, my friends and I visited I think it was called the Psycho restaurant, and the food was really, really nice. I think Esther made a reservation because when we arrived there, we arrived before they opened up, but there was already a very big lineup, and there was a line separating people that have already made reservations and then like just regular walk-in type of customers. So I think we were seated right away in like one of the rooms upstairs, so it was really nice, and we had a nice relaxing time. It wasn't too loud or crowded or anything like that. I felt like, yeah, we were able to sit down and relax and enjoy our lunch. I received some paper bits from Esther, so I used one of the paper items, and then I don't know if it's kind of covering it now, but the dumpling paper, I just added tape runner to the 2 of the edges so that it would make like a pocket. I had this paper with their messages, and so I wanted to stick that into the journal entry, but I didn't want it to be, it's kind of private, so I didn't want it to be open. So I thought I would make use of one of those notepad papers and make it into a pocket. I'm just writing on the label a special letter, and yeah, we used the Oeda letterpress, the nice frames from Oeda letterpress, and I think it turned out really nicely. You can see there. I think it was in 2022, there was also a Taiwanese festival that I was not able to attend. I think this is when Esther sent me like a small little Happy Mail package with the stamped images and the memo pads, and she sent me a mask as well. But so I decided to use that in this spread instead, and it turned out perfectly because I don't have these types of stamps, and I know Esther has many cute stamps, and it turned out really, really great for this spread. Yeah, it turned out really great for this spread, sorry. I'm using the washi tape. The washi tape is also, I think, from Esther, and I'm just trying to find the edge there, and it took me a while to find, and it doesn't help that my hands are so cold and dry. Eventually I did find the edge, but it's a vertical washi roll, and the little paper piece is actually the sleeve for the chopsticks, and it's like perfect size for the regular sized traveler's notebook vertically, and it was a little bit long, so I did end up ripping the bottom near the end of the video, but I'm taking one of the frames again and decided to use it for a heading and just some scrap paper that I received. I find that with the older vintage papers, because they're so fragile, the tape runner, when applied to the old paper, that it doesn't, how should I say, the paper fibers kind of pull up because the tape runner is so strong, the adhesive is so strong. And if that happens and you find that the adhesive is not sticking to the old vintage paper, just apply the adhesive to the bottom piece where you want it to be adhered to. Does that make sense? Anyways, back to the journaling spread. I took another one of those stamps that Esther stamped for me. And yeah, I applied that to the page. I think that's such a great idea, is to have stamps prepared in advance. So if you know there is a theme that you want to journal about, or if you're maybe going somewhere to like a restaurant or a cafe and you have some like coffee stamps or restaurant stamps or something like that, you can have them stamped out on some paper. I like the paper that she chose. It's a little bit more thin, and it's not really, it's not see-through or it's not translucent, but it is, the paper is a little bit more thin, and it adds a little bit more texture to the journal spread. And so I think it's a good idea to, even when I'm just journaling in general and I received several of these kind of pre-stamped out images or pre-stamped out on separate pieces of paper, I can always cut them up and apply them to my current journal spread, and they're so handy, and they're such a great way to fill a page as well. And to also see the artwork of the artist, it always brings a smile to my face. So it's nice to have pre-stamped out images and illustrations. And maybe if you have kids or people that want to help out with stamping, the kids love stamping, right? You can have your stamps out and some different colored ink pads and have them kind of stamp away on different types of papers and scrap pieces of paper that you have, and you can cut them up and have them prepared for your journaling sessions in the future. So I grabbed one of the other memo pads that she gave me. It was a little too wide, and because of the accordion construction, if it's a little too wide, the paper will buckle up. And so I made sure that I trimmed the edges so that it won't happen. It won't like crease and buckle up. And I had so many photos that I printed out. I just printed them out on regular printer home copy paper, and there's just so many. So I put some photos in the pocket with the letter, and then I also slapped one of the photos on the back of that memo paper as well. Here I decided to keep the photos as is, kind of like a waterfall in a way, kind of folding down, and I tucked it right underneath that stamped image there, or stamped illustration, and I really like to layer, not so much as before compared to before, like where I had so many different layers, but I still like to enjoy the different layers in my journal spreads. I'm grabbing the same pen. This is the Uniball one, and just writing out the heading Lunar New Year 2023. I was going to write 2024. Actually, on a side note, we did visit the Yokohama Chinatown recently. I think it was one of the weekends, recent weekends, and they already had their beautiful lanterns out. And I wish it was going to be difficult with the kids, but if we had stayed a little bit longer, the lanterns would have kind of lit the whole area. When we went and visited last year, we went for lunch and then we did a bit of shopping. We went for some yummy dessert, and then when we were ready to go home, it was actually kind of dark, and so the lanterns were all lit up. It was so pretty, and I was so glad that we ended up staying a little bit later to see that. But yeah, I really wanted my kids to see that. There's a section in Yokohama Chinatown where they have like a beautiful display of the lanterns, and unfortunately we didn't go this year, but yeah, and I don't know if I'll be able to find the videos from last year because I think I've already transferred them to a hard drive, unfortunately. But yeah, it was just so pretty. And I remember last year when I got off the train station to walk to this area, there was a beautiful, I think it was, oh, I don't remember the lantern. I think it was like I don't remember, but there was already a lantern there displayed in the subway, in the metro, and it was just nice. It played really nicely with the whole theme and whole day, or afternoon, I guess, late afternoon there. And so that's the pocket. I did my journaling there. You can see I did the journaling on the memo pad as well, and you can see the photos. I wanted to write a little bit more, so I wrote underneath the photo there. I will show you the dessert that we had. The little custard sesame ball, I don't know the name of it. That was my first time eating it, and it was so good. It was warm, and the inside was very sweet, and it was a really nice, it was part of the dessert at the Saiko restaurant. The other dessert that you saw in the photo is the dessert place that we visited after, in the later afternoon. And I went for like a special bowl with some taro, some jellies, and some tapioca with some coconut milk. I really like coconut milk. And yeah, it was a really nice afternoon. So this is the finished spread, the last spread in the Accordion Traveler's Notebook insert. I think it turned out really nicely. I'm so happy to flip through these pages and kind of relive the memories and cuisines that we've had throughout these past months, or this year actually. It's over a year that we've kind of been together with this, the theme of meeting up and traveling the world through restaurants. So yeah, it's been a really nice experience. We continue to do it for this year as well. I think they're meeting up next for some Japanese tea, like a Japanese tea ceremony service. I don't know if I'll be able to join in, but I'm hoping to continue this year and fill out accordion insert number 2. If you enjoyed watching, please let me know down below. If you want me to continue filming these like journal with me videos in the accordion insert, I would love to do that for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.